Some call it a steak staple, but others pour Heinz 57 on everything, from poultry to pork.
I've even heard of people using it just on toast.
Invented in 1913, Heinz 57 was intended to improve the taste of steak.
At the time Heinz 57 was introduced, refrigeration wasn't that prevalent, and in fact, a lot of meats were salted. Heinz 57 played a key part by enhancing the flavor of the meat without overpowering it.
But before Heinz 57 became a steak sauce, Heinz 57 Varieties was the company's slogan.
57 Varieties came about in 1896 when Henry Heinz was riding an elevated train in New York City and came upon an advertisement which stated 21 styles of shoes. He took a liking to that type of advertising and decided he wanted the same type for his company.
And even though Heinz was already selling more than 60 different products, Henry chose the number 57 for his company.
Nobody is really sure where the number 57 came from. There are many myths around the number. Some say it's his lucky number.
It must have been lucky because today, 57 sauce is the company's second most popular condiment, behind ketchup. At their factory in Muscatine, Iowa, each batch begins with massive boxes of tomato paste. 1,800 pounds of the red stuff dumps into a hopper, where it's liquefied and pumped over to the Heinz kitchen. Inside a large cooker, the tomato paste combines with malt vinegar and spices, including onion and garlic powder, creating the sauce's secret mix.
Only 6 people in the company know the exact recipe.
But there are some surprising additions that aren't so secret, such as apple and raisin concentrate.
It adds a unique, rich, sweet flavor, unlike any other sweetener.
All the ingredients gently mix together in the cooker and heat to the simmering point. Finally, the completed sauce pumps to the bottling line. Heinz fills more than 20 million bottles of 57 every year, but there's a definite busy season for this sauce.
Sales of Heinz 57 increase 25 to 30% during the summer as grilling season approaches.
Heinz estimates their 57 sauce covers some 200 million steaks every year. That'll keep a lot of grills going for a long time. In Mount Olive, North Carolina, they've been making relish since 1926. Today, they turn 100 million pounds of pickles a year into jars of relish. They serve up 5 savory varieties.
We do hot dog relish, we do sweet relish, dill relish, sweet India relish, and we have a no sugar added sweet relish.
But they don't use just any cucumbers. They use the ugly ones.
There's nothing wrong with a cucumber, they just don't look real pretty, so we're cutting them up and put them in relish.
And there's even an old saying around here.
What did the mama cucumber say to the baby cucumber? You better stand up straight or you'll grow up and become relish.
First, they take a long bath in a huge tank of brine. The salty solution gives them snap. But this is no quick soak. The cucumbers ferment for 3 to 4 months. And finally, the brine turns them into pickles.
This is a pickle pump.
The pickle pump sucks out the pickles and they head to the factory. Then they get a good rinse and rock and roll along a conveyor to shake out the small ones. Then it's off to the cutter for some good old-fashioned slicing and dicing.
A jar of 16-ounce relish will average about 4 big pickles.
The relish rolls into a 4,000-gallon desalter to reduce the salt by 3%. Next, it showers off and then pours into a giant 500-gallon blender. This is where these little pickle pieces mix with other ingredients to become relish. And some of these ingredients might surprise you.
Hot dog relish has mustard. Our sweet India relish actually has a little bit of butterscotch flavoring added to it.
Today, it's super sweet relish. They add 2 pounds of red bell peppers along with corn syrup and other sweet ingredients.
How we actually put all that together That's a trade secret.
That blend of corn syrup, vinegar, and secret ingredients travels through heated pipes to pasteurize and then onto packaging.
We can run about 300 jars a minute.
That adds up to 18,000 jars of the sweet relish every hour. After they're sealed, labeled, and packaged, they head out to picnic baskets across the country.
Relish is really the little ingredient that gives an item just the right zip, just that little extra kick that it needs.
Whether it's sweet or dill, hot or mild, this condiment can spice up any picnic basket. The name is French's, but the memories are all American.
The bright yellow color makes it fun, and it evokes memories of summers at the ballpark and summers with family and friends in their backyards.
Hi, gorgeous, it's Hot Dog. Want to meet up?
But before any hot dogs can be condimented, before any bright yellow bottles can be filled, French's classic yellow mustard starts as seed. Actually, millions of seeds.
What you're looking at now is the mustard seed silos, where we bring in our #1 grade mustard seed from Canada. Each silo holds over 1 rail car, and the rail cars hold about 200,000 pounds of mustard seed.
These are yellow mustard seeds. Over 10 million of these mustard seeds go into making 1 bottle of French's mustard. The mustard seed is combined with the other ingredients, vinegar, turmeric, which gives it the bright yellow color, and other spices. The mustard is ground up between 2 stone mills, which is pretty much the way mustard has been made for over 100 years.
I'm a mustard miller here in Wet Mill, and my job is to make sure that I have smooth mustard so the kids like it, so it doesn't show lumpy on their hot dogs.
More than 30 mustard mills process 200,000 pounds of yellow seed every day to make the yellow flavor favorite.
We make well over 100,000 gallons of mustard here each and every day. That's more than enough to fill a city swimming pool.
While the maze of machinery is now state-of-the-art and the volume is almost unfathomable,
Each one of these tanks hold 10,000 gallons of French's classic yellow mustard.
the recipe has not changed much in over 100 years.
2 all-American foods, French's classic yellow mustard and the hot dog, were both introduced in 1904 at the St. Louis World's Fair. Today's French's classic yellow mustard is the same recipe that was introduced over 100 years ago by the brothers French. They wanted to develop a lighter and creamier version than was available at that time. It was an instant success.
So successful that a 450,000 square foot factory was built in Springfield, Missouri.
When we produce the mustard, over 300 bottles of mustard go down the line every minute.
The famous yellow bottles come in empty, but they don't sit around for long.
Each of these totes has 1,200 bottles in them, and since we are filling these bottles at 300 bottles a minute, we go through quite a number of these totes every shift.
The first step gets the bottles moving on the production line.
The second step is really to fill the bottles and cap them, and that's done in one piece of equipment on our floor. It then goes through what we call our vision system, which really makes sure that every visual characteristic of that bottle matches the standard.
Today I will produce 112,000 bottles of mustard in one shift by myself.
With so many bottles, so many gallons, so many packages produced every day, the folks at French's still remember the most important feature: how people feel when they taste it.
If I screw up, I'll have all the kids in the United States mad at me because they'll have bad mustard and won't have any mustard left to put on their hot dogs.
Anyone who slathers up barbecue chicken or ribs on the grill knows you need plenty of sauce. The folks at KC Masterpiece have spent over 30 years mastering their mouth-watering flavor.
It's a wonderful smoky tomato molasses barbecue sauce that's very well-rounded and you can use on a lot of different products.
The famous recipe comes from one of the country's barbecue hotspots, Kansas City.
It was originally developed in 1978. In fact, this sauce was created by Dr. Rich Davis of Kansas City and was the winner of the inaugural American Royal Barbecue Sauce Contest, the largest barbecue sauce contest in the country.
Nowadays, at the KC Masterpiece factory near Chicago, workers churn out 100,000 bottles every day.
We make enough barbecue sauce every year that if you put our bottles end to end, it would go around the world 2 times.
It all begins when ingredients from sugar to spices arrive at the factory.
We receive lots of spices and in all quantities. Some of them come in by truckload, tanker, rail car, or just on pallets and bags.
Next, workers move dry ingredients to a giant mixer they call a ribbon blender.
A ribbon blender is where we add in our special ingredients, all of our dry powders, onions, starch, chili pepper, salt, sugar.
The machine tumbles the ingredients for an hour, then drops the mixture into a stainless steel tote below the blender.
There is such a great demand for KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce that we have to keep running 5 days, 24 hours a day.
Here's something you don't see every day. Inside each of these wooden pallets is 2,900 pounds of tomato paste.
All of this is just 2 days worth of tomato paste for our barbecue sauce.
Check this out. A forklift moves the giant batch of tomato paste into place.
One batch of tomato paste here will make over 17,000 bottles.
Workers lower a special cover onto the crate. Pressure from the cover squishes the paste into pipes. Then everything comes together in kettles.
Inside each cook kettle is the tomato paste, all the dry ingredients that we made in our dry blend area, as well as we're adding in molasses, mustard, all other great spices.
As you might guess, not all barbecue sauces are created equal. Some companies don't cook their sauce. KC Masterpiece's secret is to caramelize sugars through heating.
It changes the flavor of the sugar, so instead of just sweet, it gives you that slightly burnt flavor on the sugar that's so desirable.
Every batch cooks for over 45 minutes to almost 200 degrees.
After cooling, the barbecue sauce flows into bottles at the filling area. Next, a cap twists on the top. Then, another machine sticks each bottle with a label.
From beginning to end, it takes about 3 to 4 hours to make a bottle of barbecue sauce.
When it comes to barbecue, KC Masterpiece knows taste can vary depending on where you live. That's why you'll find more than one flavor on the shelf.
Here we have original, honey, sweet and tangy, mesquite, hickory brown sugar, hot and spicy, and our newest product, smoky bourbon.
Oh, and want to know the perfect time to brush on all that savory sauce?
It's really best to brush it on during your last 15 minutes of cooking so you don't burn the sauce.
Don't forget lots of napkins because with barbecue sauce this good, the messier, the better. In Italian, giardiniera means from the garden. And this rough relish of veggies and peppers goes back hundreds of years to Italy, where it started as a homemade tradition.
You would get the vegetables that came out of the garden and you would pickle them. And then you marinated them with spices. You added oil with them and you packed them up and you had them for the rest of the year.
This marinated pepper mix showed up in Chicago delis during the early 1920s. And Il Primo, a Windy City-based company, has been making the condiment since 1930. And today, they're starting a batch of their hot version with a special kind of pepper.
In our giardiniera, an extra hot and spicy, we use a serrano pepper.
First, peppers get an 8-week bath in a brine solution, which is made up of vinegar and salt, curing the vegetables naturally without chemicals. Next, peppers are sliced and blended with chopped celery, carrots, cauliflower, bell peppers, onions, and olives to create a 2,000-pound batch. But they also get another added boost.
We needed to make it more atomic. We needed to add more heat to it. And that's exactly what we did. We spiked it up with habanero pepper.
Il Primo is processing over 2 million pounds of hot peppers every year, in addition to 750,000 pounds of vegetables. And while it's commonly found topping a sandwich, there are other options.
I love giardiniera in an omelet. I love it baked in a pizza. I've eaten giardiniera with ice cream.
I bet you've never heard of white barbecue sauce.
I think people are surprised when they first see the white sauce. I know a lot of people think it's like a ranch dressing.
It's like nothing you've ever had before.
I like the white sauce.
It's a little peppery, but also got some sweet taste to it.
It gives the chicken just that little twang.
To me, white sauce is the best barbecue sauce in the whole world.
Don should know. It was his grandfather, Big Bob Gibson, who invented the award-winning white sauce back in 1925. So he opened up a restaurant, and today it's still an Alabama institution.
Probably about many people will drive, 180 miles round trip to get good barbecue sauce, but I thought it was well worth it.
She's not the only one. Get this, the restaurant slathers on more than 5,000 gallons of this savory sauce every year. And the secret?
Some were a little surprised when they found out it's a mayonnaise base.
At Big Bob's, they whip up the savory sauce into 1-gallon batches.
It's a fairly simple sauce to make.
We start with a half a gallon of mayonnaise. We add about a quart of white vinegar. Go with a pint of apple juice. 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Adds a nice acidity. 3 tablespoons of prepared horseradish, coarse ground black pepper. We've got 2 teaspoons of red pepper, and we've got another 2 tablespoons of salt.
Then they mix it all together just like Big Bob would have done, with a good old-fashioned hand blender. After 2 minutes,
it's ready to go.
They're ready to baste their famous barbecue chicken. But this basting is anything but normal.
You take chickens off the pit with a fork and what we call baptize those chickens. Because that chicken is hot, it absorbs that white sauce into the meat, kind of tenderizes the meat, and it gives it that unique taste.
That's one soaking of holy proportions. Now it's ready to serve to the masses.
Barbecue chicken and white sauce. You don't find it anywhere else.
If white's not up your alley, you can order their red, mustard, or habanero sauces. But the white is one barbecue sauce that comes with loads of flavor.
The white sauce is addicting.
The traditional look of a hot sauce is fire engine red, but sometimes looks can be deceiving.
Frostbite is the world's first white hot sauce. It's a very thin sauce that we say its primary use is to add to beverages.
While many companies tried unsuccessfully to make a white hot sauce, Cajun's Fiery Foods Company tried a new approach in 2003, creating the very first one in less than 8 months.
Other companies had tried to make a white hot sauce. They had tried to use the white habanero pepper, which is a very small pepper, which would have been very costly to make.
So instead of using white habaneros, this Ohio-based company is making its sauce with a capsicum extract.
Capsicum is an alkaloid that's found in chili peppers that makes the heat in the chili pepper.
To make extract, jalapeno peppers are first destemmed and then ground. Next, the pepper puree is added to an organic solvent that will extract capsicum before evaporating. What's left are pure capsicum crystals that are mixed with vegetable oils to eventually make Frostbite's fiery fuel. Then, the extract mixes with secret ingredients before blending with a vinegar and water mixture to create a magic trick.
As we add that, it turns the vinegar-water mixture to a milky white.
And unlike other hot sauces, Frostbite does not require cooking. So once mixed, it's sent off to be bottled. Now, while Frostbite is a unique color for a hot sauce, it's also unusual for its flavor.
Frostbite has an unusual taste. It doesn't taste like most hot sauces. It's a taste that really needs to be blended with other things.
And further testing found it works best in beverages.
At a restaurant one night, we put it into margaritas in our beer, and it did not change the flavor or the color, but it added a background heat when you swallowed. It was a kind of an ironic twist twist to a frosty cold beverage.